channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on the YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie just by simply either hitting the screen 2 times or a thumbs up. Does not matter either way. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and little notification bell so you know when I post videos. And after the video finishes processing and uploading, by all means, go right ahead and share it with somebody who you think will need a message for today. Today is April 15th. So today adds up to a 10. 4 plus 15 adds up to a 6. 4 plus 6 is a 10. And then you got the energetic magician year of 1. So 11, master number 11. What are we doing? We are mastering things today. What are we mastering? Staying in balance, accepting challenges as they come, facing them head on. In some cases, taking them challenges as building stones for what we desire, for what we're building to reach a goal. I seen 1144, 1044, and 1222, and 1221. So those numbers can be significant for today. So we're going to start off with the energy oracle card. What is the energy around the collective today, Spirit? What is the energy whizzing around the collective? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. All right, so we're in our emotions today. Absolutely in our emotions today. We have a broken heart, so something about that heart chakra. You can see that this heart has a crack right through it and it's dripping water. So we're over emotional. We may be crying. We may be triggered. We have the number 9 there. The number 9 talks about going within and understanding why you have these wounds so that you can transmute them into growing pains. So it's like growing pains, right? Everything that go through is all part of your soul's growth with the 9 energy. So 9s, I'm seeing the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands to me is the wounded warrior energy. Somebody who is, has wounds, but yet you're able to stand up one more time, pick up that wand, and move forward and create a reality that you want to create. So somebody has a broken heart, somebody could be crying, somebody could be over emotional, somebody could be very much in their heart space. Let's see. 911 could be significant because this is a 9 and Mr. number 11 is today. So 911 could be significant. So the divine could be getting your attention. Like I said, there could be some sort of a trigger that's manifesting so that it could come up and be released so that you can move on into new moon. We're only a couple of days away from the new moon. So there's a lot of energy floating around. It's fast paced. Some's aggressive, some passionate. I could be talking to somebody too who's intuitive, but I just see a lot of emotions coming through here. You can see that this heart is red as well. So it could be maybe you're insecure for some of you. For some of you, you may be having some sort of a health issue. There's something could be wrong with a family member as well because the root chakra rules all of that. What else? The collective is in. What's the energy that the collective is in? All right, so yeah, we have the bottom of the deck, goddess of the moon. So somebody is very intuitive, very sensitive. Yeah, we had this card yesterday. So somebody is rotten somebody's fruit with emotions. That's what I'm seeing, a rotten apple. All right, hostility. So it's because Somebody needs to let go of some hostility here, aggression, Mars. All right. And then man holding heart. So we could be talking about somebody out there. Does not matter if you're a man, does not matter if you're a woman. I'm to looking at energy. So you could be a female and be very much in your masculine side. Where I'm seeing this masculine has a tender side. This masculine is has a very, very tender side, broken heart. This masculine is very much in his emotions, or this is you in your masculine side. When I see a masculine holding a heart who is very sensitive, this talks about somebody who is coming into that state of balance. This masculine is very intuitive, very psychic, very sensitive. This masculine could be a healer, right? But I feel like there's somebody could be afraid of opening up their psychic sense as well, because the goddess of the moon talks about somebody who's very sensitive, somebody who's very psychic, somebody who's very connected to the moon, somebody who's somebody who could be very well doing moon magic as well. But this is talking about somebody who's very sensitive. The closer to the moon, the more sensitive you get. So I do feel though somebody is definitely letting go of some hostility, because we have 9 and then the masculine is a 9. So there's definitely a mirroring here. So for those of you who resonate with the twin flame journey, I feel like there is a mirroring happening here, where your counterpart, or the person that you would consider your twin flame, is seeing something. They are something. They are sensing somebody's broken heart. They're sensing somebody's over emotional energy, because this is mirroring. Maybe something is coming up and somebody is letting go of some sort of hostility as well. Do you see 911? I did say that. 911. See how the water is like rotting that cornucopia? Your abundance. So I feel like somebody is saying, let go of the hostility, right? Let go of the hostility, the pain in the heart, because that way you can receive the love that is meant for you, which very well could be this masculine energy. No, somebody can no longer hostile is something else that I'm getting, because when hostility is in reverse, this talks about somebody letting go of hostility and healing that broken heart. However, the heart may be healed, but the wound still remains, or the scar still remains. The wound may be healed, but the scar still remains. Alrighty. So 911, the universe is trying to get your attention about something. Mirroring a shadow. All right, so let's go ahead and pull. What are the crows warning the collective about? What are the crows warning the collective about? Please and thank you. What are the crows warning the collective about? Please and thank you. Distraction, mischief, and dominance. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have perspective. Somebody definitely needs to see something from a different perspective here. Absolutely. This is the hanged man. So, and that's what the goddess of the moon does. You go into that intuition, you take that step back and you say, okay, what am I missing here? What do I need to see that I am missing here? What I see right off the bat is there you could have somebody who is projecting upon you, trying to distract you. Why? Because you're not sitting in this hostile energy. You're not sitting in this hostile energy. You're very much sitting in that masculine energy. You're very much sitting in that soft, in that masculine energy. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you're very balanced, but you have an outside source who could be projecting upon you, projecting some sort of triggered emotion upon you. All right. And then you have mischief. So this talks about somebody saying, "Oh, I was just yanking your chain," right? Somebody wanting to yank your chain. Somebody wanting to nitpick because they want to dominate something over you. They want you to stand dominated in this trigger. So you could have somebody around you who's trying to trigger you, but I feel like it's more of a projection. They're really more like trying to cast some sort of an illusion over you. Why? Because you're not angry, you're not hot, you're in this state of peace, right? You're in the state of peace. You know that everything that you have went through were challenges to get you to where you need to go today. And somebody is probably very, very angry because why you've overcome all of those challenges. All right. You use those challenges as big stones. And now they're like over emotional. They're very sour about it. You know, and their sourness is trying to sour your fruition. But you know that this person is only trying to distract you, only trying to yank your chain. They're only nitpicking at you because they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. So let's clarify broken heart. What's the broken heart energy for the collective? 9, and 26, 8, 9, 10. 9, 9, and 10. 9 and 9 is an 18 with a 9 energy and a 10. So something about 19 or 10 could be significant. Maybe the 19th of April. Yeah. So, look at this. So somebody is definitely, I feel, projecting upon you because when you get the devil card in reverse, it talks about breaking free. It talks about releasing the chains of the darkness. It's about you've already faced the shadow. You've already did the inner work. You've already healed that part of yourself, right? And you're not allowing this hostile energy to distract you anymore. This also could be a Capricorn for somebody out there. Look, and today's the 15th, right? So this talks about somebody releasing themselves from this hostile energy of being over emotional, being triggered, being distracted, and having the confidence that they need to call their power back to them and stand in a very balanced energy with this masculine in the heart. All right. So cornucopia in reverse. Cornucopia in reverse, please and thank you for the collective. Can we get a little bit more information why the copia is in reverse? 9 of Gabriel. What did I say about that wounded warrior? 911 could be significant. Somebody could be having a heart issue or a health issue. You may have to call 911 about. Um, I'm hoping not. I don't wish that for any. I'm just showing you, I'm telling you what I see in the cards here. We have 3 9s. 999 is significant. We have the 9 of Gabriel landing on the 11th. So 911 is significant. Somebody has learned a very hard lesson here, very hard karmic lesson here, and they can't handle it. Somebody is unable to handle this. Somebody is very much in their head, maybe a bit paranoid about a situation. This paranoia could be very distracting. Somebody could also be trying to play a lot of mind games with somebody, like sending them subliminal messages, trying to distract them. All right. Divine guidance. So we have a Taurus coming through here. A Taurus energy talks about our finances, right? It talks about our finances, but it also talks about somebody taking an alternative approach. So somebody could be trying to take an alternative to come towards you to distract you. Why? Because maybe the demons that they sent did not work. We got 999, 95 or 555, and 911. Ace of Raphael. The Ace of Raphael talks about, especially in reverse, the cup is empty, right? The cup is empty. That, there's nothing in it. So somebody also may not be trusting their intuition. Somebody also may have very low self-esteem. Um, the fact that today is 4:15. Look, we have 15 coming through here again. 911. Crows outside screaming. Can you guys hear it? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the crow outside. So yeah, somebody lacks emotions here. Their well has run dry. This is somebody who has an unhealthy self-esteem, somebody who has low self-esteem, low self-worth. And this is why they have produced rotten fruit, because they haven't watered it correctly. Somebody is very paranoid. Somebody is very worried. Somebody is searching for something. They're looking for something. The Taurus card also talks about religious structure. It talks about some sort of a structure in your life, whether it's religious, business, it does not matter. But somebody is definitely looking for something. They are looking for a way to distract somebody so that they can ruin their cornucopia, so that they can produce rotten fruit, right? But I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you broke free of that. And now somebody is like, oh, in their head, like, how can we do this? We need to figure out a different way to do this, right? Somebody could have lost their spiritual gifts as well. All right, hostility in reverse. Yep, look at this, the Ten of Michael. This is perfect because guess what? That hard lesson of being betrayed and backstabbed is over. Somebody is no longer hostile. You know why? Because they're on their way up. They've already hit rock bottom and they know the only way to go is up. So I feel like Archangel Michael come in and cut some cords. You can see that this person has a sword. So I feel like the angels come and cut some cords, and that's why somebody is hot. Somebody is boo-hooing here, because they can no longer siphon anybody's energy. They can no longer make somebody paranoid. They can no longer, like, I feel like their structure is falling apart. That's beautiful, collective. Yeah, new beginnings. There's karma coming. We have starting a new life, finding your purpose, forgiving, and passionate review of the past. So, yeah, I feel like this masculine or this male and this female, this, or it could be you coming into union within yourself, healing the shadow side, healing your masculine side, which would kind of be your shadow side, because the masculine's usually the masculine side is usually the ones who control the shadows. So I feel like this is somebody who's being divinely guided, right? Somebody who's being divinely guided, somebody who's being called to do something. And I feel like somebody answered the call, and they answered the call by letting go of hostile energy, letting go of the pain of this backstab, this hard lesson, and the pain and backstab of betrayal here. Um, I feel like, and now they're ready to start a new life. And I feel like somebody is heavily under judgment here as well. We have the leap of faith. So you're being asked to trust your heart. Um, Trust your heart with a situation. Believe in yourself. And I feel like that's what you're doing. 1020 is a 3. So 3 is significant here. I also see 10. I see 999, 911, 333. Man holding a heart, please. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need to see something from a different perspective. Absolutely. So we have 2 cards. The bottom of the deck says perspective, and now you have the Hanged Man coming through. So whoever you are definitely seeing something from a different perspective. You're taking that step back. You're reacting. You're trusting your intuition. You're believing in your heart. You're believing in you're believing in yourself, you're believing in your intuition, you're believing intuitive messages that are coming through here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really good. The Emperor, there's that masculine energy. So you're taking that moment to reflect upon what literally, like stepping your own way, right? What was literally controlling your abundance. Um, 414 can be significant. Seven, the energy of seven, which talks about the growing pains, right? Our soul's growing pains. So yeah, I like that where there was a delay, right? Where there was a delay, where your distraction was, and where the nitpicking was, I feel is now blocked because I see the hangman as blocked. And I feel like there's a strong masculine energy here that is taking charge of the situation and seeing something from a different perspective as to what needs to let go of, what needs to be let go of, what plans do I need to do, how do I take charge of the situation, how do I take back my power and build from a more stable energy. We have the Five of Gabriel, so no more headbutting, no more power struggle, no more inner turmoil here. I see 999. We have 45, 45, and then the Chariot. 777, 45, 999 is here as well. We have 1222, 1221. So definitely coming together, bringing that black darkness and that light together, and take the reins of the life, taking the reins of their life and going where they want to go, traveling where they want to travel, taking control, taking their power back, and controlling their own life. So if you have been doing that, right? Not allowing the shadow side to control somebody's emotions anymore. Somebody's seeing something from a different perspective as to what the delay was, what the holdup was. And it's like they intuitively know what the challenge was and how to resolve it. And they now they acknowledge, right? Okay, well this is what was controlling the narrative. This was the shadow side. This was me afraid of my emotions. So it's coming up today. Um, so we have a Chariot here, which talks about movement. It talks about success. It talks about taking the reins of your life and moving on and not allowing and no not allowing any power struggles within their self, not allowing anybody else to control the narrative for them. And that talks about the distractions and the mischief and the dominates. All right. This energy. Oh, okay. So yeah, with the Light of Ariel. The Light of Ariel in reverse talks about recognizing that repetitive pattern that has blocked me from manifesting what I truly want. Well, the repetitive pattern is allowing yours to be emotionally distracted. And then whenever you do get yourself back in your chair and you're ready to go, you're watering these seeds of intentions with these poisonous emotions. Okay. Um, All right. So, and I feel like for some of you, you literally could have a Virgo who is trying to distract you, who is not. All right. Mischief. Can we have one card for mischief, please? Mischief. All right. So we have the Ton of Raphael and the Eight of Pentacles. So somebody is like, somebody may want to say, oh, I was just yanking your chain. I was just yanking your chain. And, this is somebody who may felt entitled. I don't have to work for anything, right? Um, Somebody is realizing why something didn't work. Um, I don't know why, but I am getting I don't know why, but I feel like it's a spell that did not work. Yeah, King of Gabriel. The King of Gabriel, the wand's energy is our intention. It talks about intention and action. So sometimes you can use the King of Gabriel as somebody who casts spells, sets intentions, um, nitpicking at somebody, causing a lot of drama. Um, didn't want you to see something from your picture, right? They wanted you to stay in this energy of paranoia will destroy you. You know, I stay in this energy of feeling drained on an emotional level all the time. And I do feel strongly it very well either could be a church institution or a coven, because when I see the Hierophant card, I think of who is a high priest or a high priestess, and we have the goddess of the moon, which is a high priestess here. Um, so I feel like this person was trying to dominate your energy, and that was their drive, if was to distract you, was to poison you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Always keep you in this depressive energy, always keep you paranoid, always wanting you to stay at rock bottom, always wanting you to chain to some sort of codependency or some sort of an addiction, be addicted to being distracted, being addicted to being triggered, being addicted to um, feeling backstabbed, betrayed, isolated, always being addicted to being blinded, right? This King of Gabriel was trying to control a narrative, and I feel like the narrative backfired because somebody took their power back and said, okay, this is the shadow I need to face. This is how I free myself. I heard my inner calling. I know as long as I stay determined and I trust where I'm being guided, and I see what is actually controlling the narrative, then I'm able to take my power back because I can see something from a bigger, higher perspective. It's the goddess energy. I'm seeing something from a higher perspective of what needs to be healed, and why they were trying to blind my third eye from seeing the truth, right? When it comes to romance, keeping you locked up in your heart space. It definitely was trying to control a narrative. Absolutely. Um, like I said, they could have been doing moon magic every moon cycle. Why? Because they didn't want you to be happy. They want you to be distracted. They didn't want you to find your partner, somebody who would make you happy. You'd have an happily ever after. They didn't want it to work, right? They didn't want a particular relationship to work with the divine masculine and divine feminine. Um, but I feel like you've experienced a lot, and everything that you've experienced is part of your soul's growth. It's all part of growing pains for your soul. And I feel like that's what you're seeing it as. I'm also seeing 1010, 1010, 1111, 911, 99. 999s to me are completing profound karmic cycles where lessons are being learned. Look, two of cups on the bottom of the deck. Moving on, selling off together. Coming out of that dark night of the soul. Look at that 9 again. This person is a womanizer. 9 of Michael. They're going to do a lot of head games. So you need to be aware of that. I feel like it's very important for you to trust your intuition, because we have somebody who wants to come in and say, don't give up on me. I love you. Let's move on together. Let's travel. Let's go do something together. But listen, this person is still in the darkness, right? They're a womanizer, and they're only there to play mind games with you. You could have seen this person in your dreams and had nightmares. So again, some magic. This could be a mistress too, third party situation. Somebody could already be in a relationship. Somebody wants you as a third party situation. But I'm telling you, this is Pisces, Virgo, um, Aries, Cancer, um, yeah, Capricorn. It could have been a coven of people using magic, abusing their power, trying to make something sour in your life, coming into your head, playing a lot of mind games, giving you nightmares, right? Try to keep you in the dark, try to keep you in that dark night of the soul, try to keep you attached to something. Yeah, somebody was definitely lying here. Yeah. So be aware of that. All right, let's finalize this reading with a message from the Light Keepers. Wait, before we pull out, let's pull some of these cards. What extended messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. What extended messages do you have for the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. Somebody is very impatient. Be patient, allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So yeah, you definitely need to be patient with something because maybe your fruit isn't ready to be picked yet. Maybe it's still ripening. They are telling you don't worry, right? And I feel like you have somebody behind the scenes playing a lot of mind games with you, projecting upon you. All right, so you're being asked to surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Yeah, so that's what you need to do. You need to surrender control. For some of you, you may literally have a masculine behind the scenes trying to control you. Somebody who could be coming in and saying, "Oh, I love you, collective. Let's go on a trip," right? So you need to let go of the paranoia. You need to let go of, get out of your head, right? Let go of the paranoia, get out of your head, and surrender the control over to the divine. Remain in the present moment. That'll help. All right, what else do you want to tell the collective, please and thank you? For today. That's the truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. So that's the truth. You need to just surrender the outcome. Because when your fruits are ready to be picked, you will know it. If you pick them too early, they're going to be sour. They're not going to be ripe enough. And that's what's going on here. Somebody's fruits are not ready to be picked. They're not ripe enough to be picked. The divine will call you when it's time. But you have somebody here who is, somebody could be projecting upon you, projecting negative thoughts upon you, projecting a lot of, making you a bit paranoid, making you a little bit worried, but they're abusing that power. They're abusing power. So you see that. This person's very driven by drama. They could also be driving past your house. Anything else, Spirit, you want to address with the collective for today's message? Please and thank you. Okay, Gaia in reverse. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this change. So ground your energy will be very important, and meditate. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. So ground your energy and meditate. There's where your answer lies, and believe what you hear, believe what you feel. I also see too that you could have a counterpart that you are mirroring to that is trying to connect with you telepathically, but you're like all in your head, like the hamster just don't sleep, so to speak, right? But I also feel too, for some of you, you may have somebody who may come your way first. Be aware of that. Be aware of somebody wanting to come your way first, and like, how do I want to say this? Like it's a test before the real deal happens to see if you've learned your lesson. So be aware of that as well. Yeah, you really need to trust your intuition. This person is trying to block your intuition. Trust your intuition has been guiding you to the answers you seek. Somebody hasn't been trusting their intuition. Somebody may have even got warned and did not heed the warning here. All right, so let's pull a card. Okay, so Kuan Yin, caring, compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So you have to do what's right for everybody involved. Somebody may want to come in and ask for your help. Lord Shiva, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. And charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. So somebody may be coming in and looking for a handout. Or somebody may want to come in and offer you a helping hand as well. But I look at somebody who is coming in looking for a handout because they don't want to work. So if you've been praying for something, all you have to do is ask and you shall receive, because they're around you. The angels are around you. For some of you, you are definitely on your path. So maybe you need to find for some forgiveness. And I know it's hard to forgive people who have hurt you, but right there with you. Oh, yep. What did I say? A cycle is over. It says, there's a beginning with an ending. Illusions are being revealed and released. And that's exactly what is happening. Illusions are being revealed and released. You've learned everything you need to learn from this situation. Trust your spiritual guides. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. Yeah, you are not being condemned. You are on your way to the light. On your way to the light, to finding all the missing pieces of who you are. This talks about Sophia. Sophia is the light. When she fell to earth, she broke and lost all of her light. And that's what we're here to, the collective. Gather up all them broken pieces of our light and put them back together. So that's what Jesus wants to tell you. Not being condemned, you're on the path to the light. You're on the path to find that sacred self by coming into sacred union with yourself. You have learned everything you need to learn at this time. You are still in the process of learning, but this karmic cycle is over. You learned enough from this karmic cycle. You need to trust your intuition. So go in, connect, meditate to connect to these beautiful goddesses. Make sure you pray. And then ask, how can I be of service to humanity? All right. And you have a deep connection with your inner voice. You need to trust that. Yeah, because you're releasing karma, right? And you're finding peace. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. That is your daily video. Have a great day.